on JMeter Advanced. Today we will be looking into remote execution using JMeter. So how to go about remote execution using JMeter? So in this you have to modify two files in JMeter bin directory to start with. Let's start doing that. The first file to modify is user.properties. So just go to user.properties and just double click that, and here you see user.properties with a lot of data here, and then I have added this data over here. So I have added output format is equal to CSV, data underscore type is equal to false, label is equal to true, response underscore code is equal to true, response underscore data dot on error equal to false, response underscore message equal to false, assertion results underscore failure underscore message equal to false, successful equal to true, thread name equal to true, time equal to true, sub results equal to false, assertions equal to true, latency equal to true, bytes equal to true, hostname equal to true, thread underscore counts equal to true, timestamp underscore format I have given the timestamp as HHMMSS. The default parameter I have specified as semicolon. Print underscore field underscore names I have given as true, and auto flush I have given as true. So just you have to paste these details in the user.properties at the end. That's all for the user.properties. The next file to modify is jmeter.properties. So just find the jmeter.properties, and I have that file over here, and in this file search for remote. Okay, you get remote at a few places. Yeah, so you find it over here, remote, and then here you have a default entry remote underscore hosts is equal to 127.0.0.1. you comment out that one and you add this entry. This is my IP address of my local machine, the machine on which you are seeing this. Okay, so once you have done this, just stop, close this, and you will have to create the request now. So I have already created a request in JMeter. So let me open that itself. I will open the jmeter.bat file. Okay, it's opening now. This will take some time. It is slow on my machine, guys. Once this starts, we will look into what test I have created. See, now I will open the test file, Google test. It is a very simple test which tests for Google homepage, and I have specified this google.co.in in this stepping thread group. I have kept stepping thread group so that you get a better idea. Here I have put the groups will start 10 threads. First wait for 5 seconds, then start one thread, next add one thread every 5 seconds using ramp up period of 2 seconds, then hold for 60 seconds, finally stop one thread every 5 seconds. This we have already seen in the pacing tutorial in the intermediate one. So this is the HTTP request, and this is the active threads over time. I will disable this for the moment. We will not be using the GUI mode. We will be using the command prompt mode. So disable, and now I will save this, and I will close out JMeter, and now we have to do one different thing. We have to start JMeter server file, JMeter server batch file. So search for JMeter server. Here it is, jmeter-server.bat. just run it and it will start JMeter server. Okay, JMeter server file has been executed and it has started running. Now you will execute the command for non-GUI mode execution for our test. So the command to do that is jmeter -n -t c:" Apache JMeter 3 bin Google test.jmx, the JMX file that we have created, -l Google test.jtl, this is a JTL file report that I am creating, and then finally we have to give one additional parameter, that is remote execution parameter -r or -r, and then I give the IP address of this machine, and then I just press, before that just make sure to delete the JTL file that already exists. So for me, I believe the JTL file I have deleted already. Yeah, I have deleted. So I will just run this and then we will see how things go. Okay, it has started execution, and when this is running you will see the possible output here also. Starting the test on host 192.168.0.108, it gives the timestamp and it also gives the other details. So here it is waiting for possible shutdown, stop test, the regular message that you get in any GUI mode execution. Let's wait for some time. I will pause this video, and once the results start coming in, I will again set it on. Okay, here you see the results have started coming in, and we will wait for the execution to end. And simultaneously the results also will start coming over here on the console window of JMeter server. So let's keep observing these two windows once the results start coming in. This is taking time because we have given a stepping thread group in which we have specified the ramp up period, the waiting time, etc., etc. Okay, I believe it has completed. Yeah, it is tidying up on remote and the test has completed, and you can see that it gives the message on the server console, finish the test on host so and so at Monday, November 28. So this is how the test has completed remote execution. So now let's go and see the whether our JTL file has got created. There you go, JTL file is created. Now what you do is you stop the JMeter server because we don't need it anymore. You just close this window, and now what you have left is your command prompt, and what you need to do now is go ahead and run the jmeter.bat file. Okay, I have run the jmeter.bat file. Here it will open our GUI for JMeter. Yep, this time it opened quickly. Now we will look at what needs to be done. We will open that test, Google test.jmx, and in that I had disabled this active threads over time. We will enable it, and we will just again bring that file over here, Google test JTL. So you see how our results get displayed. Since we used a stepping thread group, it has appeared as a symmetrical graph as per our settings. We can also add more listeners to our test. So the way to do that is go here, add listeners, and we can add byte throughputs over time. Just go and browse the JTL file and you will get the byte throughputs over time. If you want any other listener, you can do that. You just add it from here, listener. Then if you want, say, response times over time, so you can get that one. See, so this is how you generate reports using the JMeter server, and you run tests remotely. So eventually it is one and the same thing. You get the reports to view in JMeter with all the results, but this time we have executed the test remotely using the -r parameter in JMeter non-GUI mode. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do subscribe, and if you like, please hit like button. Thank you.